Boiling water of faces of leather, boiling water in the crypto space, boiling shit over so that it's almost unbearable. It's NFT Game Day. I'm super excited. We have, Leatherface gurus here in the house. NFT Game Day are, some of our favorite people in the space. Ultra rare here to talk to us in just a minute.
I'm not the bubble. 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 I'm not the bubble.
Four of my favorite people on the screen right now, two which are the nicest people you've ever met that like to scare the hell out of other people.
That's true. That's a weird dichotomy because both of those things are true at the same time.
How are you guys? What's going on?
Great, thanks for having us on again. Always a pleasure to come and join us.
Always nice to come and have a chat with you fellas.
Yeah, it's a nice, relaxed intro you've got going on there. I like that.
Yeah, I'm like very zen now.
Yeah, I know. We know a guy. No, it's great. And I've been hanging out in your backyard a little bit recently, so I've caught a few of your streams with Burst recently, John. So I'm a little bit aware of what's going on. But we're here to talk about Leatherface, and as Corey mentioned before the stream, everybody's talking about it, right? So you guys are doing something really cool, something really different. You guys have the IP for this, and you're not even going to be on wax. So, well, I don't know where to start. I mean, you guys start. You guys go first.
To be fair, it's a hell of a change for us, yeah. A lot to learn in a few months, working with an IP and working on a different blockchain, but it's been pretty exciting to do.
So, sorry, which chain is this going to be on?
We're on Ethereum. We've gone for the PFPs. And
Dare you?
Yeah. Leatherfaces was built for this stuff.
I get it. That's the thing. Like anytime you're going to add a couple of random zeros to an asset, Ethereum starts to actually make sense. So you guys do you. I just spent another $200 making one move on Ethereum yesterday.
Yeah, you preaching to the converted about the gas fees. We've been doing smart contracts and minting and doing giveaways. I tell you what, I miss Wax's fees. Being able to give shit away for free.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Now, I think but like Sean and those guys over at Crypto Rider, they ported over their finis to Ethereum, and like what he's been pretty adamant about saying is like it actually saved them a lot of time and a lot of money just to do it on weekends, because apparently like Ethereum people, they sleep on the weekends and the gas fees go like way down. I don't know if that's true. I've never actually tested it out, but definitely keep an eye out for that.
We're doing a lot of it where we're trying to give people like 24 hours to mint and things like that, just so they can pick and choose, because if America's sleeping, you've got a better chance of getting low gas. But yeah, all got a bit mental.
Yeah, I mean, the next war might be over, like, putting people to sleep so we can keep up with gas fees. This would be weird.
Tad hyperbolic, and I'm here for it.
Right? So, like, obviously, one of the things that I've shouted, from the rooftops to anyone who would listen about what you guys are doing, I think you're doing a really good job at defining original IP, especially in the wax space. I mean, with your ultra rare collections, with your variations on that. there's two kinds of IP mainly on Wax and those are the ones that like are coming in with the big brand names, and then they're the original ones. And I mean, I think that all the things that are happening on Wax are pretty exciting, but you guys, I think, are the defining kind of factor when it comes to one of a handful of great projects that have come and taken the Wax community by storm, and had this community that's rallied around you, even to the point where like you've got this community of people who are just so interested with what you're doing. So I have two questions for you about that. Number one, what made you decide to port towards an already established IP? Like, how did that story come about? And number two, what did the community essentially think? Like, I've heard it on pretty good terms that like communities have ported away from Wax over to Ethereum. They're actually breaking bridges in a new way, because like if you already have an established community, those people, like we found this with Finney, I'm probably sure it's going to be the same with you. Like, I don't like to transact with NFTs on Ethereum, but like if a project like you guys that I really respect is going to do it, then I'm probably going to follow you over there and do it just for you, right? Like I'm not going to do it for all these other ones. So yeah, those are my two questions.
Well, I would say the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came about in a really cool way for us, in that I don't think we'd have just gone with any old IP if they'd just come in with like just money on the mind kind of thing and didn't understand NFTs and just said ultra rare, go and make something for us. That's all we care about. But their team are really into NFTs, and it turns out a member of their team that they knew their team really well was a big collector of our horrors. So he loved what we were doing with the community and everything and how we put together our sets. So he approached us and asked us if we'd be interested in meeting the team and see if we could come up with something cool together.
Yeah, so it was really nice, to sort of do the projects on Wax and sort of get that recognition. And you just never know who's collecting your stuff or who's paying attention. And so they just asked us to do it, and we were like, hell yeah, About going to Ethereum, I think for us, what we felt was it was an opportunity to sort of to step out and kind of reach a different audience. And we talked to our kind of Wax guys about it and said, this is what we're planning to do. We want you to come with us, but we understand, if you don't want to do that, we understand people's issues with Ethereum, and we really do get that, to be honest. But I'd say they've been pretty overwhelmingly supportive. And I think they kind of trust us, that like they understand what we're trying to do, that we're trying to grow and we're trying to add new collectors, and we'll bring them back to Wax, and they kind of get all that stuff. So they've been really supportive.
Yeah, I think we were a little bit amazed just how many people did come over from Wax with us, didn't we? Because we gave a lot of invites out, so they could get whitelisted for the mint pass, like our top collectors, just as a little thank you, and they could sell it if they wanted. If they didn't want to come along again, just as a little bit of value. But then I think we sent out 120 of these invites, and 83 of them were returned. And then they're great. And then so the Wax people have come and bought these mint passes on Ethereum, and yeah, we couldn't be happier for that.
That's cool, man. That's
yeah.
Cool. All right, hey, I just got the game up, Jimmy. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, we've all the way through, we've kind of been very kind of clear, though, that we're not leaving Wax. This is just we're trying something different. And, that's one way that we grow the community, grow the project, is doing things on different chains, showing people, look what we're doing. And really, like a lot of these guys who who've kind of come from Ethereum now into the project are like, we've never heard of Wax. What's this Wax you all keep talking about? And so, I think we've added some really good sort of collectors and some really good community members to the project. So it's all been worth it for us, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So.
Well, and don't get me wrong, because I love the original stuff that you guys did, but I think the breaking point as well, the defining point as well, is the last thing you guys actually did on Wax was a comic book, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's right, yeah.
So you've got that to your name as well now. You're not just a collectible company. You're a collectible company that's doing other things. And so I think like it's really exciting to see that. Like, that's a really cool tower there, Corey. That's the stash one. Yeah, I like it. Your guys as well. So the fun little fact. The people who I had a stream this morning with Crypto Stash, my morning, so yesterday for you guys, but we were talking about the builders that he had come in and put that awesome build up with the stash there, and it's the same builders that did your guys' plot as well, actually.
They've got some skills, those guys. Much better if we tried to put it together. Well, we did try to put it together ourselves. We weren't impressed.
We're the best with Minecraft.
Yeah. And they put together like some of the top builds as well. They also did the Batman, like the Wayne Manor. Like, definitely check out the article on our website. But yeah,
really good.
I mean, I'm excited to see. I mean, are you guys too busy? Are you gonna play with the estate sale and put a Leatherface monument over in the survival world? Because I could see some blood dripping faces. Drenching the snow with red.
we need creative. I don't know if we can do survival. We got those skills.
I think that you'd get surprised now, and there's a lot of people that are building. I don't know if you guys have heard of TC and the gallery loop, and there's a bunch of portal things that are starting to go on now. But we launched shops like a week ago, and Jimmy, remind me to get the numbers off this because I know there's been a lot of activity already. So you can basically, like, people that are really into Minecraft are going in and they're mining a bunch of rock and creating a bunch of cool blocks and creating a bunch of glass and doing a bunch of the kind of pre-work and stuff for big builds. And you can now just put a shop on your land and sell all that stuff for Upliftium. And people are doing that at scale. And there's now people that are going over to all the shops that are all over the place, buying up everything and creating giant mega stores, right? So you can now hire a builder who's really, really good at this stuff. They can go shopping for you at one place. And TC Jimmy was actually talking about doing transportation services as well, right? So that you can have hire 10 pack mules, like players, to go back and forth between stuff. It's like
crazy world we live in these days, isn't it?
It really is.
What are we doing with it?
It's just it's magic internet weirdness times a trillion. It's just great.
All the farming stuff. Who knew that we were all going to be involved in farming and building? And when we quit our jobs, I don't think this is what we expected.
This is not what I had in mind.
I mean, the funny thing for me was I was always planning on quitting my job to grow food for us, but I didn't think that it was going to be virtual. I didn't think that I was actually going to have to cash that out, worry about gas fees to get to the store to actually have something to eat.
That's crazy.
It's interesting. But
I'm doing 2 this morning.
I could do.
I'm super grateful for shops. We're just starting to see, we are scratching the surface of what shops are going to mean, and we knew this was going to be a big deal. We really did. But I have a deep suspicion that, as has happened so many times this year, just knowing it's going to be a good idea, it's actually going to end up having been a much better idea than we thought, which is kind of fun.
Never a bad
it's where we're at in the space, though, isn't it? That's like when you were saying about the comics and the collectibles and the image. There's just so many opportunities. John keeps coming to me. He's like, "I've got a genius idea." I'm like, "We haven't done the last 3 yet, John. For God's sake, let us deliver some stuff."
And that's not even counting the people that aren't on your team. I mean, when they start coming to you with brilliant ideas, it's just Jesus, man.
All I can tell them now is go build it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Oh, you should do this. No, have fun.
Yeah, that's pretty much how. Yeah, if you want to do it, go for it.
Exactly, get it done. But I mean, Blue and I yesterday talked about creating a bank. That's the ideas that Blue and I are having now are just insane. For the record, we're not doing that.
Alcohol,
but those are the things that we're fielding, right? Because as everything gets bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm like, should we start a Muggle bank or?
That's awesome.
And the answer is no, but we had to talk about it.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you, your tax people about starting a bank with talk.
Yeah,
and we Minecraft. Yeah,
right. We wouldn't be starting it in this country. I'll tell you that.
What? Just because we're not twins, you're not going to let us do it? Yeah, I get it.
All right, Richie, what are you grateful for?
The NHS. They've had a hell of a couple of years, and we've had quite a few dealings with them. And the NHS have knocked it out the park every time I've ever dealt anything with them. So that's what I'm grateful for. The NHS, it's the National Health Service in the UK, and it's all free to entry. and we're incredibly lucky to have how good it is for it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm from Canada, and like Canadian healthcare, Americans don't understand. I don't know if they ever will.
Yeah, you only understand when you need it, and then it's like,
Right.
and then it's
Exactly.
how good it is.
Yeah, you know how many
Richie.
people have gone bankrupt in Canada for healthcare costs? Fucking zero.
Rich,
And down
you
here, it's
answered
like
that
one of
question
the
so
leading costs of
quickly.
bankruptcy.
Had you
Because
sort of prepared that answer, had you?
Last time I had no answer. This time I wasn't letting that shit happen again.
That's
So
a
I had an
very
answer
good,
this time.
very good answer. That.
We were meant to come on ages ago, and I had an answer. It was, you know, when the Euros were on, the World Cup was on, it was going to be football's coming home, and I'm glad I never got that up on the wall. So,
Hey, like, yeah, big or small, like the practice is the point.
yeah.
But I think that's a great one. John, how about you?
I always say our community, and I'm always grateful for our community. But I'm going to say something different. I'm going to say my partner, because she's
Is she
been
watching?
very supportive. She's actually not, so I'm not doing it to sort of get in the good books. But yeah, she's been really supportive over the last couple of months, where things have intensified, I guess, to the highest level we've had it, really, isn't it, Rich? So
Yeah.
that I think that's a nice gesture from me.
Yeah, man.
But honey, I'm serious. This horror is you. Look,
I'll
it's
get us
right
to watch
here.
this, and I'll be like, look, you know, all the shit you talk about me. Here you go.
Yeah, it's every
Yeah, no,
release
I mean-
these days. It says, after this release, we'll chill out. We won't work so many hours. It'll be all fine. And then after every release, we decide, actually, we're going to do something bigger. So,
Yeah, that,
Hey, you guys
that-
should come join us on one of our Wednesday shows with Austin Linney, because he's going to coach us on how to be like, you know, non-workaholics in the crypto space.
I don't think he's
Oh,
gonna
shit, sign me up.
the record.
but
I'm
sign-
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna corrupt him. If I'm honest.
His whole like, hey, he didn't even talk about balance. He said being a workaholic is genius if you want to succeed. So he's like the worst coach for this, but he's, you know, pretty good at everything else. Yeah, I think and my wife knows this too. She's actually stealing me so we can go and watch a rocket launch. I'm going to be working the entire time over just on the other side of Florida tonight, and we're gonna like try and get it so that we're not burning the candle at like 600 ends for the next 3 months. But like, let's face facts, man. The next 90 days more will happen in the next 90 days than in the next 5 years, maybe 3 years. Right, but like it's go time. Everybody knows it. So get your naps in where you can, and like make some more coffee.
we keep saying we've been saying this for months. 13th of November, and then it'll chill out. It probably won't, but that's the target for now. We'll come up with a new target after that. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, what like Ultra Rare not doing a Christmas drop? Like that's absurd.
well, you said that about Halloween though, so there's got to be.
Well, that
next
makes
time,
sense. That
then-
thing makes
then
even
we'll-
more sense for you guys.
Yeah. Then we'll have a Valentine's Day one as well. There's a drop for every. You can horrify anything.
You can horrify anything.
Yeah,
I like
True.
it. I put your one on about community as well, Richie, because I mean that it deserves repeating ad nauseum.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's what we're built on. We say it every time, but it's true. And it is nice to be adding a little bit of eth community to the mix as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think I wanted to mention, like, I think you guys are totally right about that. I mean, the ability to do that kind of cross pollination, right? Like, I bust people's balls every once in a while for going to Ethereum, but I also think it's a really good idea, right? Because I've seen that happen like 4 or 5 times now. People go over to Ethereum, they do a drop over there, and suddenly Ethereum people are like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck is Wax?" I'm like, "You didn't know? What the hell's wrong with you?" They've been a little busy printing money, so that's fine, right? But it really does, like that going multi-chain. I mean, Blue Dack is going multi-chain from the beginning, right? We're sending a rocket to Polygon. We're sending one to BSC. We're probably going to do one on EOS. And I think that multi-chain thing just has to be where all of this is headed. So I'm excited you guys are doing it.
Yeah, there's so many like medium-sized communities out there, but everyone they just want cool stuff. Most of the time, they don't really care what chain it's on. I know people
Exactly,
get
yeah.
quite partisan about it, but yeah, we thought it made sense to like take a big IP to Ethereum to make a little bit of a noise, and then show people the horrors, bring everyone back, get them on comics, get them see what's going on at Wax, because it is exploding. You've seen the price of it today.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy that a lot of these guys have never even heard of Wax, you know. So there's a long way for Wax to go yet, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think there's definitely some. I think that there's definitely, what do you call it? Like this is intentional in a lot of ways for some of these chains. I'm grateful for John and Richie. This is what I like having you guys on the stream because that's always my gratitude. But I kind of feel bad because it seems too easy. So if I have to change it, I'm like today and add a little bit of context. I don't even think this will fit on the sign, but as an inside, little parable. I'm grateful for John and Richie's horrification of anything. That's fun. No, but I like it, right? Like, I mean, it's interesting that you say that because we have been, most of the people in the space, and I don't care where you have been, but most of the people, most of the projects, they're so in their own little world that they're not paying attention when other chains are doing interesting things. And they're so protective about their own, chain because that's where they are and they feel like that's what needs to succeed. And I mean, honestly, like the best thing for the space is for people who have good ideas, who have good IPs, especially in NFTs, who have good gaming, who have good communities, to basically be, blockchain whores, to basically jump around to as many chains as they can, release on as many chains as they can, because there's going to come a day where those chains don't matter, right? It's going to be your community and the amount of users. And it's really cool. And one of the things I just want to say, before we go on, because I was thinking this before, one of the things I like about what you guys are doing as well, because there's two different ways you could do this. You could just go over to Ethereum and you could drop the same assets over there on Ethereum that you already have in Wax. But I really respect the fact that you're not doing that. I respect the fact that you're dropping a whole new collection over there, right? And I think that's really important in my mind, to not replicate what you have, but create a new community, a new fan base out of something, and that lets these communities meld together and do awesome things. But yeah, I'm super excited to see your following over there as well, right?
It's a good point about we wouldn't do it with the same artwork or the same characters that we've done there.
The horrors is Wax, that's that. We wouldn't take that anywhere else. That was just never kind of like entered our entered the conversation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if you did like a series 2 over there, I could totally see that, right? But like there have been projects that just release the exact same image, the exact same card, on chain after chain after chain, and I'm not a fan of that.
It's not going to happen. Also, there is, realistically, you couldn't do like a mass collectibles set on Ethereum at the moment. It just wouldn't work. We were trying to figure out ways of like rewarding collectors, and it's going to be difficult over there. But things like these PFP projects, the avatar projects, they're perfect for Ethereum, like one-of-ones. So you can do different projects on different chains just because they suit that style of collecting.
Yeah. And I think as well, what's really good, certainly for me, like as a, creative person, is because there are different things going on different chains, different cultures, different, people are doing different stuff. And I think it's really like good to see these different sort of approaches, because it just makes us better creators. It's kind of like the stuff going on Ethereum. That's really cool. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I like, the generative stuff. I mean, I guess it's not for everyone, but like as a concept, it's really exciting to me, because it's kind of like, okay, so it's at one point now, but like, where does it go? Do you know what I mean? What else can we do with it? What happens when we start kind of plugging narrative into it? Where does that take us? And so just sort of starting to play with these different toys and different tools, it kind of like opens up like new possibilities. But do you know what I mean? I think if we just stay doing the same thing, we wouldn't be learning new stuff. And I think
so. What you're telling me is we're not having a break after the 13th.
No, we'll have a break. We could do it a few days off, to be fair.
So like, when do you guys think? I mean, I know we've already touched 60 cents, but I think we're gonna wait till there's like a bit of a close over 60 cents. Like that could come any minute. I feel like, right?
I mean,
absolutely.
You could be going to $1 this year, can't you?
Dude, I think it's going to $1 this month, and I think it's gonna get. I'm not kidding, and I think it's gonna get way crazier than that. I really do. Think about this: how many times does a token with this much economic activity not at least hit its all-time high? Basically zero, right? And the all-time high is 250, 350, right? And then they usually 10x after that.
Yeah, you've convinced me. Bye, John. Let's do this.
I mean, it's like It's crazy.
Especially when all these games, because I think it is probably the
Right.
games that are driving this at the moment, the play to earn.
When while I want to take credit for Blue Dack, we're nowhere near big enough. It's absolutely the games. It's like that. The secondary market cap of all the NFTs is just like going freaking bigger and bigger and bigger. So people need more wax to get into the secondary market, and I think that's what's driving it.
And there'll be even more games with actual proper gaming utility, because there is a lot of clicking and mining at the moment, but the games are going to get more sophisticated and bring the
100%.
masses with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're very bullish on wax. We're going nowhere, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, all of us, because we've been in it right from the early days with it, so we all believe in the platform, and we're sort of seeing it sort of come to. I mean, I guess nowhere near where it's going to be, but already you can start to sort of feel it is kind of exploding.
I mean, I don't. I'm just here for the people because they're awesome. I mean, it's like I'm making a joke, but like seriously, like you're right. Like all the people in the ecosystem that believe in the platform, it's a really nice place to be in. It's a really nice experience, right? Especially considering like Wax originally came from Ethereum, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when they recognize it as what it is. And I mean, shout out. I just want to say this as well. Shout out to Yoshi. We saw him on stage at NYC NFT NYC conference. Shouting out Wax, shouting out Yoshi Drop, shouting out Blue Dack, shouting out a bunch of these different projects on Wax. So it might not have had a big effect, but I think just having a presence in some of these conferences, we in this state now where people are actually looking for NFTs is going to be really huge, and I hope that we get more eyes on all of these projects. And I think a really good way to do that is like by projects like yourselves going out and like in a way bringing people back to see what they've been doing over here all those years, right?
That's the plan. Let's hope so. But
Also, I think it's one of the things we've noticed as well, kind of like doing something away from Wax. You realize that, obviously Ethereum's much bigger kind of space, but you realize that actually Wax is like the community here is a lot more kind of tight knit, and it kind of, people help each other, and it's like a proper community. We haven't experienced that on Ethereum. So, and maybe if Wax grows and grows and grows, maybe you can't, it's impossible to kind of maintain that. But it's certainly here, and it's like, I think that's one of the things I think also is one of Wax's strengths is that kind of cross community that it has.
And the infrastructure they've got in place as well. Just the tools the tools to like drop things. Like obviously we love bounty blocks. We use it all the time, and we couldn't have done the rewards that we've done without them. But if we want anything like that on Ethereum, we're going to our devs and saying, can you provide us a way with doing this? Because there isn't that community, there isn't that way of reaching out to people quite so easily to get things done. So we're having to build it all ourselves.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You do need to build it all yourselves. And like we've had guests on the show that have done so much for the community, right? Like even looking at like the Our Planet things where like people are just creating these, systems that people can use, as third-party systems that just work, right? And it's really cool in that sense. I wanted to direct Corey to your plot because I don't think
it'd be cool to kind of
showed this on the show. But I'm trying to find the coordinates here. I have them somewhere.
Where
I wish we could tell you.
I couldn't tell you the plot off the top of our head. Actually, I was having a look around it the other day.
It's not that far away from the crypto monkeys.
What's that? Oh, from crypto
monkeys?
monkeys?
Close to the crypto monkeys. Yeah.
Yeah, it is maybe close to there. I do have the coordinates written down.
It was on the side. Ultra Rare, 4100, 3100 on the way.
Sweet.
I was quite enjoying your walk around. Anyway, those the Sonic and the Mario, those look quality. Don't know who did that, but
it's very therapeutic, isn't it? Just sort of watching.
It is. All right. Oh, geez, there's chains. Oh, geez, it was a dark and stormy night, eh?
Be prepared.
That's really good. It's really well done.
No. What?
Oh, we've got hell. We built hell.
Oh, so you guys left like all the deadly sins all over the place?
Yeah, so you can descend through hell.
Oh my god.
We really need to figure out a way of getting some cool stuff in there for people to go explore and for to drop them NFTs and what have you.
Yeah, we're working on that. Right now you can do punch sign events. We're gonna launch pretty soon. You have to coordinate those with us internally right now. Yeah. But oh no, it's trapped. Is it ice? It is.
There you go. There's the Creepo Fun House.
Right?
Yeah, that's just terrifying. It's like why?
Have a wander in. There'll be, I think, some treats in store.
I'm extra scared actually because like I don't even want to say this because it's not a joke. It's actually serious. Like there was some crazy guy on the Japanese train on Halloween night in Tokyo who was dressed like as a carbon copy of the Joker from the new movie, who stabbed like 17 people.
Oh geez.
For real?
Yeah, like it was nuts, and like tried to light it on fire. Thankfully, only 3 of them were injured badly. The rest of them were just kind of like scrapes. But it's freaky, man. Like,
hey, you mean there's a difference between guns and knives? What? That's not even what?
Right? Yeah.
Never mind. We're not going to talk about that here.
No, but fair enough. But yeah, like it's a good creepy clown. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Boink.
Little roller coaster. Yeah, they did a cracking job with it.
What's that?
So it's starting to look particularly creepy as it gets dark there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they did a really good job on this plot.
Oh, is it just? Oh shit! Sorry. Damn it!
You're breaking our shit there. What's going on?
I'm
what are you
so
doing?
fired. I'm so fired. I don't even know how to fix that. Damn it! I gotta get my mod powers taken away again. Backing away from this slowly.
What's going to fix it?
Right?
No.
I know people. I'll get it done. This is gonna turn it on. It did. Woohoo! And each one like turns on. And, oh, that's not gonna work out. Yeah, we're gonna need more. We're gonna need more power. Anyway, that was fun.
Yeah, but you know, like you guys are saying, it's difficult. Like sometimes it's even difficult for me or us to keep up with our projects. Like, so I woke up this morning, I went on an interview, and someone asked me a question, and because I slept for 3 hours, I couldn't answer it because I didn't know what I was allowed to say and what I wasn't. And I'm like, I'm on the stream, and they're like, you know, busting my balls. But you said this, and now this shows this, and I'm like, I've been awake for like 10 minutes. Like, can I read the shit that I need to read? I mean, in the end, it worked out, right?
Oh, did you guys make that too? That big Ferris wheel?
Yeah, it's not. It's just just for.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's all for aesthetics. It doesn't spin.
Still.
But
I think it's kind of like meant to be a bit of a, you know, the wheel in Chernobyl, that kind of like abandoned.
Oh, jeez. I
think that's the reference there. It's dark.
Yes. Okay. How many of us know about that wheel because of that freaking video game, Call of Duty?
Oh,
all of us basically. There's one map, and I think it was Call of Duty. It might not have been. There was one particular map from back in the day that was in Chernobyl and just had that thing in there. And I just remember like trying to snipe people, and I'm really terrible at those games, so it never worked out.
Nothing says chirpy horror talk than talk about Chernobyl. Like that's what we do in history.
You know, that checks out.
I mean, this view when it's rendering and it's like dark of the cloud as you're ascending that, right? It's a little bit freaky.
You should have a little wander down into hell. See if you can find your way down to the bottom.
Really?
It's finding your way out. That's the problem. I got stuck down there for a while.
Oh man, is this like the entrance? It is. It's a fucking graveyard, dude.
Towards the start, I think.
Oh, nice. Look at this. That's so good. Little map.
Yeah, they knocked it out the park, to be fair to them. They did some great building.
100%. It's really good.
Yeah, they've done some of the best builds, I think, in this one included, but some of the best builds in this Genesis server for sure.
So you were saying about the drops there. Have you got any timelines, or do you get sick of people asking that? Just because we do like giving free sets away, and this would be a cool way to do it.
Yeah, you know what? Just fire me a DM because we're looking to start building out some test cases for it now.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, let's just map something out, like
Cool.
aggressively, because we have the capacity to do it. We've been busy doing other shit, and I just kind of got to force myself to help people do it. So you guys tell us what you want to do. We'll make it work.
I'm pretty sure we could come up with some good hell
yeah.
stories, John.
Right? Like even like hiding one punch sign in every level of hell. Right? You have to collect all the NFTs and then like upgrade them for like a collector or something like that. That'd be cool.
Well, and that's what I like about Wax too, right? Because like you can do that. Like it's not really that efficient to blend, and I don't even know if it's possible on a lot of these chains. But like that's the thing. You could come in here, you could have people like try to collect all of the NFTs, and then like the first 50 people to do it, like get the blend, right? Like and that's a really exciting way, I think, to use everything that is possible in Wax, right? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've already found. Like, is a little difficult in Ethereum. Like, say we're still doing giveaways and what have you, but it cost us like $70 to send a card. So you're not going to be sending. Like we dropped 60,000 cards on Alien Worlds. We'd be bankrupt 10 times over if we tried to do that on Ethereum.
I mean, it might get to the point where it's like, send us $100 and we'll send you the $100 and an NFT back. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, can I even get out of here?
No, you're
stuck in the
depths of hell. That's what you get for not being mean to people. Like
if you're a sinner, you can never escape.
Yeah.
Well, that about does that.
I'm still stuck down there. Don't worry about it.
This is where all the friends end up hanging out. Not my choice.
Right. It's because you thought about making a bank. That's why.
That's probably true. The universe is like, no, where we're going, we don't need banks. Oh, that's true. I like that.
I mean, yeah. It's the first question they ask you when you go to hell. Are you a lawyer? No. Are you a banker? No. Okay, well then we can have a conversation. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I like Melo's comment earlier above. He's like, make the damn bank. And Melo needs an Uplift debit card. I think Uplift debit cards would be really cool. I would love to give away like Upliftium. I mean, you can do it because it's NFTs already, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But it would just be fun to give away like Upliftium gift certificates, right? Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should create new Upliftium.
I gotta tell you this: I interacted with Coinbase for the first time today in a while, and it was scary fast. Like scary fast.
You need to get them hooked up with Wax, don't we? If they get however many millions of users they've got, that's when it skyrockets.
It's only a matter of time, right? And I think like the if they're gonna list like frickin' Shiba or whatever the frick, it's actually kind of inevitable.
It's funny though, because like a lot of people are just saying this is the next meme coin, but if you actually look at what they're planning on doing, they actually do have a good game plan. Like, and you can go to like things like Sushi Swap too, right? Like Sushi Swap, everyone was like, "Ah, shit," but I mean now, you know,
everything's shit till it's not in this space. Like that, I'm all about it. I mean, we launched a pretty slick MVP with Blue Dack, but it's still an MVP, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing with Uplift. Like when we launched, you can do any of this shit. People complaining about stuff now, like you have no idea. when we launched, none of this shit works.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Live weird indeed. I don't know who you are, Elvini, but I approve.
I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
So what's your timeline on this? What's your timeline on the drop over on Ethereum, and how are people eligible? I'm assuming you guys are going to be on OpenSea. I'm not sure about that though.
Yeah, you mint through our website though. We've got a mint pass going on at the moment, and the mint pass is kind of like it's the holy grail of our NFTs. That's going to give us like entrance to all white lists for the future. It gives you one free Leatherface, and it gives you the option to mint 2 more. And we started off, we were going to do 666, but we've capped it at 333 of these for now because we've reduced the numbers of Leatherfaces. We've decided the market's a bit on its arse, and we decided we wanted to reward everyone very well. So we've cut it from 10,666. We're now only minting 1,666. We've gone completely ultra rare on it. So the mint passes. The mint pass is guaranteed that you'll be able to buy 3 of these, and that's pretty much the only way you're going to be guaranteed to buy anywhere near that many. But then you've got 24 hours to mint if you get yourself a mint pass. On the 11th,
the 11th.
There'll be a white list on the 12th, and then whatever's left on the public sale on the 13th.
Now, so one more time, I want to ask this just in case I heard that wrong. So this mint pass for the Leatherfaces, did you just say that like, so any future drops that you do are on Ethereum, that's also going to be your whitelist too?
Probably on Wax as well, to be honest, because what we're doing is we're creating the 666. It's like a little inner sanctum of people who like backing us and following us for a long time. So yeah, there's going to be loads of extra utility that comes with holding this NFT, because with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there's already going to be a load of extra utility for holding this, votes on future project, exclusive merchandise, things like that. But we're going to keep this going in perpetuity for future drops as well.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of a whitelist, NFT, especially if you're on Wax and you can have people perform an action where they can upgrade it. I just like the sound of my own voice. So where they can upgrade it for each new drop. I think that's a really interesting concept that hasn't really been explored yet, because it prevents people from coming in. But yeah, so if you go over to leatherfaces.io, on the top there, you can click the membership, and we'll tell you all about it. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, we've always had like different NFTs lying around as well, as it were, that we've wanted to drop the cult, but we never really had like one NFT that was ultra rare, like Holy Grail kind of thing. So to give it to the holders of something. So like Series 1, Alien Holes, anything. So this, I think, will end up being our little bit, we've got this cool NFT, it goes to these holders, that kind of aspect as well.
Right. So basically, scroll down here and you can see all of the cool artwork that you guys have got going on. So tell us about the attributes and how this is going to work then.
So we tried out a few different artists, and we went with a guy called Skinner, who's pretty big in the horror community. We wanted to sort of honor the horror darker roots, but at the same time, have a bit of fun with it as well. So we think it kind of captures the tone of the, believe it or not, for people who aren't that familiar with the series, but yeah, captures the tone, the kind of the darkness and the humor. So that's we're kind of happy with that. But yeah, and there's I think 250 plus traits. We kind of used the horror aspect, but also kind of we're in this PFP community, and so we kind of honor that as well and have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, there's tons of stuff. There's some unique stuff in there. I think people will love it when it starts to reveal.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see seriously how you guys do, and it's great that you have a clown in there again. What are the Marvel the Marvel cameos? Is that going to be your thing? You guys are just going to have a clown everywhere, and everything that you do, there's going to be a clown somewhere.
That's one of the original Leatherface masks, the Pretty Woman. So it's he's meant to be he's meant to be a pretty woman, but obviously he looks a bit like a clown.
But oops.
Yeah, so we've mixed it up, and we've got a lot of the Leatherface references in, but the Ethereum, there's some laser eyes in there for the Ethereum lovers as well. We've mixed the two genres as best we could.
That's really cool. Very cool.
Absolutely.
So, is there anything else that you guys want to go over about this?
We just like coming on for a chat, do a little bit of shilling, but generally, all things NFTs.
We could do that too. Yeah, what are you guys excited about in the space? What's going on with that? What do you guys think? Obviously the Wax, we talked about that, but is there anything else that is exciting you in the space in general?
We've been behind the scenes. We've been. It's been a while. We've been talking about making a game just because that'd be a hell of a lot of fun. So we've been checking out all the games that are on there at the moment, and we're pretty excited we're definitely going down that route. We can't
That's
say
awesome. You guys get it tokenized?
There'll be
It's hard not to. Isn't it?
there'll be in-game tokens. What I don't, it won't be strictly staking just to get passive income kind of thing. It'll all be built in with the game as the vision.
Right. Yeah. You want to actually have some utility for sure. I just want to see it on Blue Deck someday. I don't care how.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We'll
figure that shit out.
There's got to be tokenized. You can't have NFTs and play to earn without.
I know, we'll be straight into your DMs. Don't worry about that.
Cool, man. That's fun. Yeah. Where's Wax at? And now, anyway. I haven't checked in an hour. It might be $1.
Yeah, $1,000.
It's not. Yeah, $1 million.
I mean, it is going up today. It's up 5 cents, I guess, 4 or 5 cents. You know,
Yeah,
mean,
down a little bit
why
from
is
this morning, but
privacy-
still, like, whatever.
Yeah, it's the heady days since when we did our first sale in January. It was like 4 cents.
Yeah. Those.
I mean, there's a few things pumping, which is, you know, nice to see. Binance pumping again. You know.
Yeah.
Wax, Luna.
This is the thing, guys. Like, this is when, like, if I'm sorry. I have a really weird feeling about this.
No, go for it. I think it's
Not in a bad way. No, I've said it before. I just like I don't want to put too much, like, I don't want anyone to trade on my opinion ever.
Are you telling me this is financial advice?
It
I'm
sounds
telling
like
you
get some
categorically,
financial advice here.
do not listen to anything I am about to say.
And the best part is, like, when it all comes true, everyone will be yelling at you because you told them not to listen. That's crypto in a nutshell.
I mean,
damn
that's
you!
the thing,
You
like,
told me not to listen.
We're the
I
worst.
told people to buy wax at 3 cents. Like, everyone can fuck off. That's like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like that, you know. But that's the thing. Like, last crypto cycle, when Bitcoin hit 15,000, I told everyone to start selling a little bit. Right. And everyone at 17, 18,000 were like, oh my God, I just made $1,000, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you bought more. I fucking told you not to buy more. Literally a month later, like, oh, why didn't I listen to you? I'm like, yeah, I know.
Does it going up or down then? What you telling me? Should I be selling? Should I be buying?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like, it went parabolic and then it went fucking bananas, right? Which is what, you know, I'm waiting for now. Like, it's gonna go parabolic. It's gonna have like a really, really huge rise. And then they call it an exhaustion rally, right? Like, basically just starts going up. Like, we'll see, you know, it go up $10,000 in a day, you know, maybe $20,000 in a day, just some ridiculous number. And then when we start to see that happening, and you'll see like all the muggle dummies are going to come in like fucking crazy, like, oh, we're all super geniuses, let's all get rich. That's when you start selling.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I think like December, January. But here's the thing, like, this might end up being wrong. There's a lot of people talking about a super cycle. I kind of don't buy that. The same kinds of people were saying that last cycle, right? Like, oh, it's just going to go up forever. That's when you start selling a little bit. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's not possible, is it?
No, it's just not. It's not. And I mean, could it go to 500,000? Yep. Right. But like, you know, it's not going to go to 20 million, right? Like there's a number somewhere. And people are going to start taking profit at some point, and it'll be when it starts going up. Like, when it's like, oh my God, there's no way it can go up this fast, this quickly. Please understand that it absolutely will come back just as fast. I guarantee it will, right?
Potentially faster.
We just don't know when. So it's going to go up at a certain point. Just, you know, yeah, take profits all the time. You don't have to take it all, but just, like, you know, don't be dumb. Now
100%.
you're going to be mad anyway because you're going to miss the games.
Advice.
More life advice. Take profits in life. You know, that might be related to cryptocurrency. It also might be related to NFTs. Who knows?
Well, and I mean, that's the thing. If you pulled out of the first cycle because, like, you lost money, you're probably going to do it again and again and again and again, right? Like, get used to it, you know, stick it out, ride some things to zero. I'm pretty sure I've ridden like something to zero almost every month since I've been might admit that I forgot about it. They
totally.
you
No,
know,
I've done that. I've done that too. And this is the thing, like, you want to, like, being in tons of things. The best part about that is that when inevitably something you thought was going to do really well ends up running to zero, you don't care or notice because you're too busy. That's how you know you're diversified enough.
I don't sell any of my crap. I've got all sorts that have gone to zero, but I've got a few that have done all right as well. They just sit there.
Oh yeah.
I just leave them.
Even just Void from last time. Like, I got into Void on EOS. And did their little staking thing there, and like literally nothing that was in their white paper. They didn't do any of it at all. like not even a little tiny bit. Love those guys, but like that, back then, and they just kept moving, right? And so they created the manual bridge over to, I think it's actually not even manual. They created a bridge over to Wax, and instantaneously my $200-300 was like freaking $5,000. I'm like, oh, hello, right? And now everything that's been going on like that did really, really well. And there's going to be a lot of those from this season that we'll see doing really amazing things next season. Like, dude, can you imagine 4 years from now, people are going to start getting into ultra rares? And like we were all hearing, yeah, we know John Arishi. What's up? And they're, oh, that's like the best thing ever. And like, yeah, we got him 4 years ago. Like, get in line.
Right. All the OGs will still be around. We'll still be coming on all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, you guys might get too big for us. You're like, no, we don't do that anymore. We're CNBC now. We only do CNBC.
I went on telly last week. It was all. I'm never doing that again. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. I like these chats. I don't have to watch my language here.
Right. Yeah. So you went on to talk about Ultra Rare or the upcoming drop?
About Leatherfaces, yeah. It was our guys got us hooked up with Cheddar News in America. So yeah, I did a little clip on there. But
I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, despite the fact that you don't want to do it again, if we're getting to that point of coverage where people are looking at it, right?
Oh yeah, well, it's going big, isn't it? Mainstream are learning about it. Obviously, that's the beauty of like doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. I don't think they'd have been having Ultra Rare on there without an IP. But still, it was cool. It was a cool experience. But yeah, it's a little bit different than sitting back and chatting with on these podcasts.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is me like just earballing the freaking Wax chart on TradingView. Sorry.
It's all right. Hey,
what's so pretty.
I'm a little bit distracted too because I'm on your webpage and I'm looking for the membership link, but I don't see it.
Should be right on the right near the top. Mint Pass Massacre, LFG, Connect to MetaMask.
Mint Pass Massacre, LFG.
Right at the top of the main screen. Or near the top.
Is it on the Leatherfaces or is it on the
Leatherfaces.io?
Right. Leatherfaces.io. You know what? I'm just gonna share the screen and then you can tell me why I can't find it. There we go. The hell is it?
Go down a tiny bit. Are we on the right? Yeah. Oh no, you're on membership. Get rid of the membership bit, just the Leatherfaces.io.
Okay, that's why. Okay, see, it's a really weird. It's gonna look like an idiot there.
So I should say, looking at this chart, it is not going to surprise me at all
if you go down a touch.
A retest of the breakout on Wax down at 38 cents.
I'm okay with that, really. I am.
Yeah, I don't care. Doesn't matter. It's just going to start swinging around like crazy.
There we go. Okay, sure. Sweet. All right. Yeah, so I was looking at the wrong section. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, so there's certain tokens, certain coins that you're never gonna have enough of, right? Like, and it's like you just have to sometimes let them run away. And like I wish that I had more, but at the same time, there's enough tokens that I support that are having a pullback. That if I want an entry point, then I can do that as well. So that's my advice. Just don't chase something. Like try to set up. If you're trying to get your whole position now, like just don't just chill out. Just chill out a little bit, right? Like
don't
like take some, but like know that like the rocket ship. Yeah, there's only one rocket ship that might leave without you, and that's the blue DAC rocket ship 2 Polygon. Really,
see
like
where
the rest
that's
of them
at
will
now,
come
by
back.
the way?
I didn't.
Wow, 30% full now.
Nice.
Now, granted, that's because I sent 3 million myself.
Yeah, I gotta go and get some off them.
So, but yeah, it was at 20% this morning, and I was like, "That's fun. I'm just gonna send all my extra shit there."
Right.
So what's this? What did you say to Polygon?
Yeah,
so you should give them the demo. They haven't seen it yet.
Have you guys you haven't seen Blue DAC yet?
I've sort of been looking into it. Yeah, a couple of our guys in our community were talking about it, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm a bit of a weirdo because I'm not really a crypto guy. I'm just a collector, So
that's
all this stuff kind of like what you're talking about goes over my head a bit, but I'm starting to get more interested in it. I'll be honest.
Right? It's like so everybody has all these tokens in the space now, right? Whether it's Wax or Yoshi, BK or Lithium or Aether or Kate or Snake Oil from Nova Rally or whatever, right? So we wanted to create a way to help all these projects get a lot deeper liquidity, so it's easier for everyone to move in and out of them, ultimately to Wax if they want to, or to each other, right? So on Alcor, you can add liquidity to any of these pairs: the blue Wax, blue Yoshi, blue Aether, blue yada yada yada, right? And then you can get an LP token from that, which is what happens when you stake to liquidity or add liquidity to those things. And you bring those tokens over here, and then you can actually stake those, and then earn a crap ton of blue for doing it. And then when you're in that blue, you can basically just like put it into other pools, or you can sell it, or you can keep it and give it to your grandma, whatever you want to do. We're gonna have like some NFT staking and a bunch of other shit down the road. But one thing we wanted to do is go multi-chain. And so we've got a couple of projects that we're talking to do guest yield farm pools on Polygon. And instead of just creating a bridge to send everything over there, we're kind of taking the lesson from the kind of mistake that Alien Worlds made. Like they kind of had a situation where their bridge broke on the way to Binance Smart Chain. And what ended up happening is they had a very tiny amount of supply locked over there without anywhere to go for quite a while. Right. And everybody knows what happened. Trillium Moon to fucking gone. And even when the bridge actually went, both ways, it actually just kind of stayed up there. Right. Like, it was a really, really interesting psychological shift for the entire project. So, we're not doing that by mistake. We're doing that by gamified design. And like, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Right. We've got so far an end study of exactly one. So, we have
100% record.
Right. It's pretty good, but we don't know what's going to happen at all. Right. So we want to make sure people understand that, like, we're doing some really interesting things, but there's no certainty in any of this at all. But it could be fun. So yeah, we set up an account called Rocket to Poly. You can send over 250,000 blue with a Polygon address in the memo. And the second that there's 30 million blue in that account, we're going to fire the rocket off and send over all the blue to everybody on the Matic chain. And then we'll have, of course, a blue Matic pool that we're going to be incentivizing over there. But I think we're going to have a bunch of other shit as well with some interesting new friends that we have over there. Hopefully I'll be able to announce some of that over the weekend.
There's a minimum, though. Don't forget that.
I said that. Minimum.
Yeah, you said
we should say it again.
You said you could send 250,000, but like it has to be
or more.
250,000. It can't be less. So
that's right.
So that people know.
There, yeah. We only had like
all your Aether over there, then, John. Haven't you got like hundreds of millions of Aether? And
dude, like having Aether sit in your wallet and not earning blue, like that's what really drove me nuts. Like I was earning Aether hand over fist. And like, I just couldn't do anything with it. And like, ideas. Wait a minute, we could probably double the value of half the tokens on Wax. Why don't we just fuck around and build blue decks?
No, I love it. It sounds brilliant. I'm going to stick it straight in there when we get off this chat.
I
it's
bet
not going to be straight in there. You're going to have to learn how to do it first.
I'll say that. That's maybe a bit ambitious for me, but
you wonder why the missus gets upset.
No, man. Watch.
Exactly.
My missus pulled down $2,300 worth of blue in her blue deck account over the last 3 days. So believe me, they come on board real quick. Anyway, so the Arity article it tells you everything you need to know, like the initial sort of thing that he put up. I'll actually put the link up for it. You guys can do that, but yeah, he walks through the whole thing.
There's another one for our upcoming gratitude sale that kind of messed me up this morning because it came out when I was sleeping. And there was a discrepancy in what we said. So, I mean, I want to show some stuff too, so I'm going to do that.
Do it.
But this is fun because I don't think most of you have seen this yet. If you watched a live stream that I was on earlier, you saw it because I went through it really slowly and really quickly. Now, I just want to shout out. This is like I was sleeping and our team came out with this. And it kind of messed me up because there was a couple little cool things that were in here that I didn't know. But yeah, hats off to our team because look at this. It's not 8 plots of land and 2 plots of rail. This is a place bidding price of $5,000 in Wax P for 18 plots of land and 2. I can't afford 5,000. Well, look at that. You scroll down here and there's a cheaper one for 6 and 2. And these screenshots are actual screenshots of the plot that you will get. So I forget how many there are, but there's a whole page of these.
32, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and like you can go down here and you can bid on any of these in our upcoming gratitude land sale. You'll have 24 hours to pick up any of these that you want to pick up. I'm under the impression that like if you get outbid at the last minute, because we're using the same contracts as we were for Chicken Caw, that like you'll have to be able to put in a qualifying bid like it was in Chicken Caw, but I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what we think will happen.
I think so.
And the cool thing about that is after the window for the 24 hours shuts down, then you'll be able to go in and bid on individual plots. Because we had some fallout where people were like, I thought that I can't afford $2,000. Fair enough. I mean, wait till the second part. And if you're not on the up list, you need to be. So reach out to somebody that you might know who's on there. And get on the up list, because that'll only be open for up list people for the second 24 hours. And then the final, kind of leg is it opens up to the community and anyone can come in and pick up these plots. So I'm really excited about this, Corey. I don't know if you can tell it in my voice, but like I'm more excited about this than I think any sale.
It's interesting, done. Right? Like,
right.
And the packs are really good. So the packs have random land or rail, right? So you don't know if you're going to get land or rail. There's actually some 100 by 100 pieces of land in there. And we're throwing Aether in there for fun. So I think it's like 2 million Aether per pack for, fucking whatever, for fun. Mm-hmm. And then there's, we're actually doing a land buyback before, all this happens, right? So we're buying land back up off the market. And I think we're going to add 50 of those pieces into the packs randomly as well. So you have about a 5% chance of getting another pack that has some land in it. So.
And I mean, this is interesting too, right? Like the snowcasts and sandballs, most of these above, you'll notice you have 2 builder hours. I mean, This is kind of a cool plot. But if you scroll down here, look at this one. This water world has 4 builder hours. I mean, imagine that. Imagine needing to build, imagine needing more build time on water for all of you people, who might have gotten a random land plot in your upgrades for one of the, Swineland or Borvalis, for example. Shout out to Bonds who ended up on water and not knowing like how to start, right? And it's pretty cool now because they're customized. It's like renting an apartment at a real estate office. Really, I'm a really big fan of how this all turned out personally. It's cool.
I like it. All right, still over.
Yeah, so definitely one more shout out. Just give us the dates one more time, so that people know where to find you guys over on Ethereum. And again, everything's on the website. All the interactions are gonna take place there. You can link to the Twitter. You can link to the Discord, which there'll definitely be announcements in. But just so that people know who are watching this back later, who might have missed it the first time, what's going on with the Leatherfaces drop, and where and when do people need to be?
The mint passes are on sale now. If you pick one of those up, you'll get 24 hours on the 11th of November to mint your Leatherfaces. You got easier gas fees and what have you. That's you guaranteed 3 if you want 3. The 12th, we'll be doing a fairly limited whitelist just for people who've earned it in the Discord. There'll be a number of ways that you can get added to the whitelist, but a lot of it, we're sending everyone over to our Discord at the moment because there's a lot of interaction in there. So that's your best chance of getting whitelisted. And then on the 13th is the public sale, and that'll be whatever's left will be up for grabs. And it's a very limited run, only 1,666 up for grabs.
And do you guys have a price point on the on the early bird memberships?
The mint pass is 0.13 Ethereum. You get 1 included in that price, and then the actual NFTs on the public sale and what have you, they'll be 0.0666.
So that one that's included, that's going to be dropped to your account.
You have to mint it on the day and then you've got the option on the 11th. You've got the option then to mint, and you've got the option to mint an extra couple if you so desire.
Okay, so that first one is free of charge. You just go in and you mint and you pay the gas fees. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Very cool.
Again, shilling over. All done.
Right, shilling over. Yeah, that should be our new. I like it. That's a good way to end. Yeah, shilling over. Thanks, guys, for coming back. And please do come back more often, or as often as you can. Obviously make your missus priority number 1 after the drop. But make us a close 2, because we want to see you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Thanks a lot for having us on as always.
Always a pleasure,
Thanks,
boys.
guys. And Corey and I, well, I don't know. We'll be back sometime, but we'll definitely be back on Monday. So we'll see you guys all then. But probably.
Oh, nailed it.